because we also don't find out, say, a lot of people out there not even understand, they're not even able to grasp the concept, the the impact way and the cost to the picking. They don't even know the the vulnerability, the way that they push the picking and waiting lies out there in the streets. You understand? They don't even know the effects and way go happen to the picking themselves in involving in the heinous acts there.
So when they go to them different place, they have to go talk to people about this child labor and all that bad thing the way they happen to picking them. How the community people don't they accept the message?
Well, they're responsive. A lot of people they commend the effort to take, and some even serve as a shock to a lot of people. Be like, this thing don't serve as an accepted norm now in our society. So it's true. It go best for me to do this project. So we get the cooperation of the people.
So, so kind message then so I can send to them parents here and other people.
One, the major concept, picking and picking. Clear one for tell you say the responsibility of the picking for be limited to picking activity and not that of the parent. And secondly, we also they try for open the mind for me then see say then think that's what they do as parents them not correct. So the right thing for do to the picking them. And we also dey open the eye for me then see waiting at the pending consequences them we go happen if they continue this kind of way.
Well, continue for the with me at the studio, Christopher Stevens, the project manager for Cyrus Education and Research Center. We can talk about them projects so they can get for implementing a different parts than the country when are picking. The program they listen to the midday show they come to a live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And now they bring come this edition of the program. My name is Yeno Kabia. We go continue with the program. As they don't present their first annual report to the Ministry of Information and Communication in Taiwan meeting, where officials them at the Ministry of Information and Communication, the chairman and the Right to Access Information Commission, Sagal Shaw say this report now for the year 2019 because the commission no been ever get annual financial report and say this report go make am for be transparent and accountability. Sapti Kalon gets in talk more to Sapti Kalon inside this interview.
Right to Access Information Commission get mandate them we get to do transparency and accountability as them for make sure say ministry, department and agency them give access to people on information we get for do with their work like project, program and other thing them where MDA them can implement in the interest of the people. And for make sure say them self able practice their work when I for let people know what them self they do, the chairman a Right to Access Information Commission Siaga Shaw don't go present the commission the first annual report for the year 2019. But before he presents and hand over this report to the Deputy Minister of Information and Communication, the chairman of Right to Access Information Commission, Siaga Shaw, start for talk about how they meet the commission.
As a newly constituted commission in December 2018, our focus was not just to do things right, but also to get things right very quickly. We sadly inherited a kind of what I would call a ground zero situation. For example, we did not inherit any annual report. Also, we did not inherit any audited financial report of the commission, since the commission was set up in 2014. And then we kind of internal controls. In fact, those that existed were very weak. And then we also have a very limited and weak staff capacity.
It continues say, this first annual report now for make transparency and accountability depend on work. We make them decide for do this annual report for the year 2019.
In keeping with our mandate of promoting access to information as a vehicle to promoting transparency and accountability, we resolved as a commission to lead by example in making the transition from a culture of secrecy to a culture of openness, transparency and accountability. To make this happen, we started to work towards producing an annual report to cover the activities and programs undertaken in 2019. That's the first year of our leadership, the constituted commission.
The chairman of Right to Access Information Commission, Siaga Shaw, where it hand over this report and say then go make the public know the thing and where this report talk about after the report go don go through the right procedure them. Inside Iyon talk for receive right to access information commission the annual report. The Deputy Minister of Information and Communication, Mamadi Gobe Kamara, say the commission do the right thing when I for present the annual report to the Ministry of Information first.
Holding the fourth and fulfilling its official mandate according to Section 41, like the Commissioner mentioned. Section 41, subsection 5 of the RIC Act 2013 states that the Minister shall lay copies of the annual report before Parliament within 2 months after receiving the report. And here I am receiving this report on behalf of the Ministry. The very first, like you mentioned, we want to say kudos to you. This goes on to emphasize, the seriousness with which you go about doing your job at the RIC.
The Deputy Minister of Information and Communication.
Accounts and financial statements and the audits on the accounts. The report also dilates on the challenges faced and lessons learned in the course of the implementation of the RAI Act. And also the report suggests the areas the Commission should concentrate in the implementation of the RAI Act and the direction it should take to achieve its mission and vision, as well as recommendations for the future.
Mamadi Gobe Kamara, Deputy Minister of Information and Communication, and say then go look inside the first annual report of Right to Access Information Commission proper one and make sure say the Ministry of Information gives support to the commission, especially on the recommendation them where the reports make. For the Society for Radio Democracy, me Nasapti Yukalon.
Well, from that report, they also have to do for the CAMAC inside studio, and the studio gets now Christopher Stevens, when are the project manager for Cyrus Educational Research Center, where then they implement and Pikin to Pikin project. This project where they talk about, so how una get for the implement and then different districts them near.
We go in twofold, and they go in twofold. First of which, the sensitization, because one thing and the way we don't discover from people, a lot of people do not even understand, especially in the provincial areas, they don't even know say this is the way they do it wrong. So the one now a form of sensitization, letting the people know waiting that they do and how it gets the tendency for impact speaking in life, or how we get that tendency there for even humble picking in destiny. So the first are the sensitization, and also we get stakeholders engagement, for which we get related authorities and we concern with which we push forward.
So after one I go down do this whole meeting, give the people and the message. Waiting next, we go see when I get up like this, when I get a center where some of them things and they go happen, where people go and go report there.
Yes. We did on that, and also not only a center, we also get the annual report, we get for the annual report, because most of this research what they do now for informed policy, and when we inform policy, we believe say they bring about development, because if the government, for example, don't know waiting they happen, if it's not research informed, they not go able to change the trajectory at which they formulate laws. And so the problem will always go be persistent. The problem will always be in a society.
So if we continue to do this research and they find out them probably how they cause to this child labor and other bad things that they happen to picking them, we go see back on still, if no change not take place, people still do. I go see back on continue for do the research and do another thing there.
We farm. Also, they try to push the ill happenings and where they happen so right now, and ensure say all measures we need to be taken for bring about the end of this child labor be taken. And so one of which now for prosecute people and we actively involved in kind of thing in there.
So in what way how una get for the prosecute them?
Through the law. That's not the only way, that the only tool and the way we utilize.
So when I focus on child labor, but to get all that bad thing and where they happen to picking them, especially girl picking them, like them can rape them and all that bad thing. So then they say for our reports they capture them thing and they.
Yes, because over the years we don't clamor over the fact rape dey happen in persistence in society. But wetin we don dey fail for do is we are addressing the issue at the top. We no go at the bottom. For understand, it's supposed to be a bottom-top approach rather than a top-bottom approach. If you address the issue pan tap no more, you will find out say still the issue will continue for exist because the thing we need for be settled or for be addressed, not addressed, which is child labor. Now, when you send your picking na street or you send her into the labor market and vulnerable, especially picking where they come from a poor background. Understand? Let's say, for example, me Sudan, so I come from a poor background and I'm out there defend for my family. Whether be it I go Nakwe, beside the Brookstone, or at the dinner them building sites them, or at the sell market, what we call petty trade, where they told you to go and sell. If, for example, I'm not able to make for the day 10,000, then me can get you as a girl picking, me can get you where sometimes now see no more you see me sometimes you meet somebody and take advantage of me, you give me 15,000, or you see me no more you like me, give me 15,000. Where I know they make for the day. Then they make sometimes the beginning feel like they owe them people there, so they do them good obligation. And then people there, so most times can be the one there where they turn out for take advantage of them. They are setting it because if me not get something for it, and I go out there, they send me young picking out there for go fend, and then they put me picking in a position for make somebody take advantage of them. So it's not only about addressing rape, it's also about addressing child labor. Because when you address child labor, then rape go
some of them tell what happen to picking them, more especially the area of child labor. Some of them and them parents themselves can send on to them. When I think of that in the back now, I report for target then set of people in there.
Yes. I make we use sensitization, one. And I tell you, it's not only about when the reports are out. We also they engage community authorities. Understand? For me, them self help propagate the messages because you no go to a house without consulting the people the person within in charge at the house. Your voice will not be heard. So we always get them on board for help.
So now us the number on a target because we can see later on a net speaking the okay sell cold water, soft drink and other one, then picking in the on a targets them back for the ask them when they send them and
yes. We also the targets them.
So then picking in the own kid on target, so like the one the more especially the child labor you talk about. Waiting next for the picking, like if I go to this picking, so when I say na me mama na they send me for go sell cold water or na me auntie they sell cold water. When I don't go take them, when I don't count na the house. Waiting next because after we can see plenty people cannot do that, but at the end we can see the picking them back, they go and do the thing they then for do back.
To start with, we engage the parents when we find out because it's not only about the picking being out there. There are two sides to the story. You don't listen to the picking on side, then you will go back and get the parents on side because picking in the way they left home deliberately and be out there just for fend for themselves. You understand? But it might be say something to even the parents and say no. You understand? So we also get the story from the beginning, go back to the family, get the family story, then we investigate. If that be the case, we try as hard as possible for talk to the parents, and if it persists, then there comes in the legal action.
So in that case, because as you say, most of the picking, not to the parents they can send it, so when a parent they can send it. In that case, they waiting at the common language on that only gets. Like for example, we go down, they say, me na this, me mama send me na this, na send me. Waiting at the common language on that only gets among them people in there.
Like you say, a lot can say they defend for them parents and always they be as a result of the standard of living. Parents probably might be poor and so not get. So the only way you can do is if you get 5,000, go buy plastic, get water and block them and then send the picking and street for me the picking sell. And some of them have formed their markets there so then can pay them the tuition fee in a school. And from that markets they back, some even they live per day. You ready to picking don't go sell, some man get more than 5 picking, where everybody don't go sell, then get a particular amount where they put we common now we local language, Gariman language term, you understand? Say put in a board where they all they come can put. Sometimes na 5,000 or 10,000, where they all on sell, low say they sell land they sell 15,000 and they sell 10,000 and they sell everything. They only put 5,000. You find out say them family then they most times net say they eat. So during the day, nothing or the picking for go fend. And next income they eat.
So this project where they talk about, so how una dey implement am na the provinces na the set of people like una dey na una organization wey dey here so now na the same people dem back we go comot dey go from one district to another for city una able capture wetin una want.
For every community we'll go, we get what we call community group. We get them groups in there where they represent the institution there. And then groups in there and they relate the messages where the people in the give to we. Them groups in there they serve as a direct link between the people and us. And also we can left with number in there and ways for me to contact with.
Yeah, one go and say always una they do so. This na the work of the Ministry of Gender. Una in any way they partner with them for say una able for achieve them here una they do.
Yes, stand it down right now.
So in what way?
And they down right now. We don't try as hard as possible for lobby get them on board. I mean, I tell you say we get forget stakeholders meeting, especially where the reports don't come out finally. So then self go know and we know they also for servers for point fingers at institutions then wouldn't they do their work effectively. But yet we are here for ensure say the right thing is done. So na then kind of thing there so we push towards engaging the relevant authorities them and ensuring that they're self-aware of what's they happen. Because we can't talk about rape when child labor is still, the rate of child labor is still high, you understand? And we also, like I say, they engage all relevant authorities them when it from the legislative arm. Presently there is a project within the pipe between we and Parliament. We'll safely try to see back now the same picking issues.
Okay, continue for
I know we are the liberty for this course now.
Christopher Stevens, as I'll take this material inside the program, we will come back, you can tell we waiting on some of the things them within inside the report so on just pull for picking business now the country. Well, the program they listen to now midday show they come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And me they bring come this edition. Me name na Kabia. We go continue with the program. The assistant chairlady for the Moaf community within at the eastern part na Freetown, Zainab Njai say because of the heavy rain we become Wednesday this year na net be make dirty cut and for them 165-year-old mommy and kill him. Zainab Njai talk this during one waka with the Office of the National Security, ONS, go do na this community, Poti and Congo Cross community, outside them go do assessments registration for know the kind damage where the rain be don't cause, for make people lost their life. Princess Spears gets more and go now report.
The number of life them when on the lost and disaster na Salone plenty and property them safe, including hosts and other infrastructural development. With this na as result of disaster. One part the common disaster waking happen at Salone during rainy season na flooding, mudslide and breeze. As every rainy season, disaster can plenty na Freetown.
Around 2 o'clock, we will need help for go pray. I did down at the old Alwala, now I ready dirty cut.
That voice that we just listen to na Zainab Njai when na the assistant chairlady na the Moaf community na the eastern part na Freetown. Be they talk but the community experience where they get for sake of disaster where happen at this community this year. Also is say this be make 160-year-old woman be end up die.
So this mommy Ntuma, they first come for Kamena, 65 years. When they come for Kamena, they don't get medicine. Now I go lay down. So now the dirty cut, it can't cover her. We cover her, you know able, he die. While government help you because we not get place for go. Because me wait map so now ya born, me picking. So he hardly for la go live other side because the business way they do and fish. We not go able go do and some pass here. So we ask Papa government let them help we no make here. We pass over 400.
Apart from Moaf community, still na the eastern part na Freetown, people where they live na the Poti community, we tap by right street, self me explain to me their own experience.
So yesterday by the rain back there first it did all that. That's what they come on and do, they sit down. So yesterday morning back, Now come out, see again. Now tell me pikin now come out. I see no more the things that we work so. Now the number better to come out with. You can't sit down. We sit down. That sit down there now. Now we begin to see the place they crack. I see they crack before they remember. You don't fall down. Sit down, go down. So now they sit down. So no one they help we. We're gonna get peace. Which be family help.
Right now, this is not going. The Colombian government, so organization, they help we. And I help me when I bet you deserve no want help. You gotta make for with it, or remember what I say.
We don't go beyond now. We're not going to be able to settle again by ourselves again. This we need the government to help now. Because it's really still happening, we take and see small. But the time you don't go now, you don't go beyond, we're not going to do nothing again. Almost 5 hours now, 9 hours now. All things close and things all things they say. Not put nothing because unexpected thing.
Mr. Seb, since morning yesterday, we dey under this rain. The close one work now, you know, my bets are there with, and I put nothing. There with the big Papa government, so they help we.
But plenty time, when they continue to happen, plenty people can point on by the Office of National Security ONS Disaster Unit, as they can say, they don't do the work. With this, according to one member at the disaster department, Umaru Sise say, this not true.
We get volunteers them who train for the GUI update, and that update say they warrant early warning. Most of the volunteers them can do that, and when they do that, and GUI update, we know they in our office. We come straight away, we watch what's happen, and what's there for happen, we give you expert advice. Say, well, this is not so now left here. But as you know, the attitude of Sierra Leonean. But when you tell person say left here, you will begin to say, outside government they go to me. You as the person gets the honors first for saving your life.
But waiting next from the Office of National Security for sake of this incident, Umaru Sise be explained.
When they don't display so now, we don't come, we do registration now. At the moment we do registration for know the number of people them were affected, including picking them, woman them, people who get belly woman them, or people or possibly suckle. We not can take decision as ONS no more. Whatever all this still happen, so when they are all move on one side, so the government can go because we get partners there who they work with, where they support we, where they support government. Them partners there, each one get enrolled where they plan a disaster. Get partners them when the disaster happen, they say okay, they take care of picking them. Disaster happen, they say okay, will they help with location. So when they go now, we call them into a meeting, we project what we pull here, so then we'll come in, how we will help them.
As we still inside rainy season, where mudslide and flooding can happen, the Office of National Security ONS still call on people for commoting aside them where prone to disaster. For Radio Democracy, Princess Piasley reports.
Mama, Papa, me brother and sister them, no stop that pikin for go school or give am all job for do because and go grow up for become somebody in the future. No give that pikin work when I for big person. Pikin na pikin.
Malo the wicked producer.
Pikin, so young and innocent, holding it, nice smile. Oh, Pikin, so beautiful. Let we not well innocent. Let we not make them cry. I can feel for see Pikin they come on a street and do the wrong things, yeah. And I can feel for cry for see Pikin they suffer on a street, yeah. You know for Senna street, you know for Senna for fend for the family. Pikin a Pikin, so let Pikin be Pikin. Cause if for Senna for go to school, and if for Senna making landing book, Pikin a Pikin, so let Pikin be Pikin.
Word. I know I'm a kid, but I've got right to set me on plans. But first, I want to go school. I want to be president, be minister. I mean that's cool. Be there like any other person with a land book. Hey. Seriously, wait till I don't really get it. If you mean this good for me, then why send me to the labor market? Small like a kuno, but be the one for face the ashik. Me load and me size don't match. Then why blame me when I crashed it? I mean, that makes no sense at all. Being pregnant at 16 just for bring the food, now you do. And then get bad shots for doing what you want. Stop blaming it on me, the drug or alcohol. Listen, It's wild out there, too many savage. I got pregnant cause I got raped at a teenage. Not push me, but teach me how to survive the street carnage. Like others out there, these degrees I want for baggage.
You know for sell now for sell na street. You know for sell now for fend for the family. Pikin a pikin, so let pikin be pikin. Cause if for sell now for go to school, and if for sell now make it land in book. Pikin a pikin, so let pikin be pikin. You know for sell now for sell na street. You know for sell now for fend for the family. Pikin a pikin, so let pikin be pikin. Cause if for send now for go to school, and if for send now make it land in book.
Well, hope say you don't enjoy that music they were playing inside the program when a picking, where Cyrus Educational and Research Center put together. And the program they listen to now midday show where they come to a live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And inside the program today, I get Christopher Stevens, when are the project manager for Cyrus Educational and Research Center. And Christopher, before we take that music name, you be the talk about the report on our don't pull. So apart from poverty, when are one of the main things on within on our report, waiting at the other thing they mark on a fair notes where the Hamburg picking them in the country.
Yeah, also the like I say, the indecisiveness of parents for making them own up to their responsibility. Another, a lot of parents feel like picking them and their responsibility for come with when they don't reach certain age. So then they don't make sense. Even a lot of people them way don't go into adulthood. There is this common word where they can say, you know when I could jump in the street, I begin fend for myself. You know, I be there at the age of 12 or at the age of this. So all of them thing then they you see it is show say it get that psychological effect on the person. And most times same people there so back can turn out for be perpetrators of the same act instead of them be people and will go serve as a kind of advocate with a stop child labor, then they be active participant now into the thing. And we despite poverty, we always can say you the parents get a decision for make, because like if we enjoy the president, we enjoy the vice president and all other government ministers or people of position in society. Now because of the fact the young parents then be make that decision day for sending picking going to school rather than for sending picking going to street. And a lot of parents in the back we poor, but yet they try as hard as possible for ensure say them picking going to school. And here we get free education now. We now a perfect opportunity for me people and utilize, because it don't cut down on that financial burden with for rest on the picking. But also talking about free education also, we find out that one major thing, I think that was in Kono also, we find out that one major thing where can make people and disassociate themselves from learning now because of the fact say probably the learning center and Usain in the far off. So if that picking can go get for worker 2-3 miles before you reach in a school, the parents can tell go gotta prefer say okay, before you go to school, why you know go start business now? And surprisingly enough, we go there, we meet a guy, one man, na panel, I would say, all in life. That particular side, I don't remember the side name itself because he had for call inside Kono. That particular side, all in don't know in life, it's mining. And not ever left that village just for going to the next village. So you can see how hard it is sometimes. It's not only about providing the education, but it's also about ensuring that the education reach the last person so far. Because if there is no proper access to it, no network or whatnot, then the person will rather choose for sending picking go on the street. Say okay, go mind. At least when you go mind, you will get something.
As parents then get responsibility say for sending picking then go school and do that thing them. So the picking them back get their own. So whose message on I can go tell the picking them, more especially for letting them go say yes to child labor and other bad things them don't happen to them.
Always when we can talk to them picking there so they cancel them, we always tell them say, now you get for all your destiny now you earn. It's not about how probably you paint it teach you. Though it another factor than the back also thing. Say there is this disconnect between most parents and them picking them. Probably because of the way something that woman they a man don't treat them. And so most can be single mother, single parent. So we can always tell and say, you know, when you focus on achieving your goals in learning, you will reach there definitely. So we always talk to them and make them see the reason why for land book important in their life.
So in this one report, even though I not make available it to the public, when I get any number, say when a social amount of picking them out don't fail not say they into child labor, when I get any number inside it.
Out of 10, 7 out of 10 of them picking in the way involved in child labor. They involve in child labor from the agricultural sector.
Okay.
So we don't look at that. A lot of parents them prefer them picking and go on a farm and do the work, especially when 2 seasons. One, when they plant, the picking they always did it, and when they harvest, the picking them always did it. So the agricultural sector don't serve as that kind of platform where people always, especially in the provincial areas, always they use for sending the picking into child labor.
So that whose districts them more we get high rate of child labor?
We won't follow it for media reports come out, but like Kono,
Okay.
we find out say, and even in the interior of Bo, most of the major cities the villages the inside part, they're always active because most of them they're not in villages and they will not even see the township nor the city itself. So
Okay, Christopher. Now na time for go inside the inbox and bring come some of the messages them on don't send. And this other one they say child labor not to them business. They say this not don't start for a long term. They say government really need for work with to now for long. They say we able for tap child labor. They say because now they lead so plenty to them where they happen to girl picking them in the country. This one they come out from Miami. This one they say poverty. They say poverty don't be one of the main cause of child labor because if that parents don't get outside and they get something for take care of a family, the best thing can do now for make the beginning no go school and let them begin sell let them face for them. This why I come out from Miami. This one they say this report now really need for present to the Ministry of Social Welfare so that they go able for see this and talk to her. And this other one they say una need for go na the different districts them talk to people them more and let people them know and let people them know the reason why they not for they give them picking them for let them go they come say then they cow them at school. This one they come up from Figo. The final one they read now they say when this report go come out because we need for get them and government really need for supporting organization because they do not do so. Government self when can do their own reports, you know, can see them kind of facts they are one I don't pull. This one they come up from Zainab na Mountain Court. Christopher now some of the text messages in that when they will come inside the program, you're going for response to them.
First I want to thank all of the one way they sending text messages them. And to the one we say we need for bring out these reports as fast as possible. Well, it's a process. We just have to take time because we want to make sure say everything we go do at the report be detailed and whatever thing we will go for suggest to the necessary institutions in our society where they in relation to with the pursue so we will get for make them as crystal clear for me to understand say this and this and they affect them picking their so now the way them this will get for go out because we as an institution also don't try for couch in a scheme in twofold. One, we get the empowerment scheme where we look at them from 2 angles. One, we not for go through this schooling, we try for complement government in effort for ensure say picking and going to school. But we also look at them back say there are a lot of other picking them we don't drop out of school and not able to pursue and they don't learn something and some even not get the willingness again for going to school. So we get the apprenticeship scheme wherein we can take you go through an institution where you go able to learn that skill where you don't start for learn and ensure so you get paper. Then at the end of that, we give you the tool where you go down, where you do use, very important to wait till you study. Because then again, we also find out, say, most times when you give somebody money, it might get a pressing need when you want for address. So you know go use them for capacitating self, for ensure say that which you don't study in practice. Buy sometimes we get money for say for go buy sewing machine, and no go do one more. Sometimes in my manual or you get for pay for in small sister and younger siblings. You go take that money, they go do that, they gather them for go buy that sewing machine. Where sometimes that sewing machine if you buy them, you go able get work and do that same thing there. But because of that is of concern to them, more than the sewing machine, you go use them. So we now they say, if we present to you the equipment, you will use them definitely.
So giving them this now one, una go the monitor for long as say the thing they wanna
Yes,
able use
yes,
them.
yes. Now I make one we institute then community groups and through them you can register and through them we they get the proper monitoring report on waiting then don't they gather from that particular community.
So now don't begin do this for them picking and they or after una go don't pull the report.
After we don't pull the report because now we don't get everything on board. We don't know now say these are the issues and what they affect some people also and are the limiting forces in this. So now we they provide the solution. But we by ourselves, like I tell you, for now everything within the institution they do now on their own. They not get that external support per se. So we just definitely get for team up with other organizations and we does them widely open for any other organization where things say then will be of help in ensuring that this tool effect will become a reality.
So when I get any age, like for say now 7 or 10 years, picking them mocking them into child labor, and I get a certain age where they hire on child labor.
Yes, we get 12, and I think second was 14 or 11 years of age. 11, 12 to 14 years of age. They're more active. They're more active. And also 15 years. Yes, 15 years.
Okay, quickly, somebody they say if they want contact you now, how they go able for do them?
Yes, you can go for Freetonia, so you can go na number 9 Mary Street off Circular Road, or you call on the number 079 150 150 908.
So when this report will come out?
Like I tell you in a process, but it will come out within the shortest possible time.
So as we round up now the program, waiting will be your message, more especially to the picking them who are the faithful.
I want to start first with the parents. Yeah?
Okay.
You as a parent, you get the responsibility for protect the picking in future by trying as hard as possible not for send them to the labor market, not for send them on the street. You as a parent, your responsibility now for provide the basic necessity for you picking. And where in a day, you can rather ask for help rather than for push the picking towards the labor market. Because out there, like the song they say, it's savage. You don't know. Waiting will happen. You're not there. Nobody know there for protect the picking. They might take advantage of them, or say you know they and you know able to talk. And if it happen for be say sometimes when somebody when I reputable somebody in a society, then you know how it is. For make you fit in kind case and they can act. Understand? So, but here we are as an institution, we provide all of them opportunities in there to picking them. You are speaking. If somebody take advantage of you, not afraid for contact with. If you know say you person where you dey under or you parent, always they push you towards the labor market. Now you right for make you meet we and tell we and we will fight for you.
So how them picking any for contact now?
Yeah, like I say, you go now we office na 9 Mary Street off Circular Road, opposite Fire Force Junction, the junction way opposite time. Or you call on the number 079 150 150 908.
Well, plenty thank you, Christopher Stevens, for joining at the program. When in name na Christopher Stevens, the project manager for Cyrus Educational Research Center. we can talk about them picking and picking project, where then they implement na different parts them na the project. And as you say, go say again, we go see then go pull a report on the findings they then do, where to make picking them they involve into child labor. Plenty thank you joining at the program. When I had the program midday show for today, Thursday, August 27, 2020, go left you. Plenty thank you to my producer Alex Lawrence Koroma and my executive producer Michael Sambula, and to the technical team, Kavura for the technical support, and to DJ Sugarcane. So till we meet again, my name na Yenoka Biawi, the left with the program.